And welcome back to the Business Spotlight. My guest today, Michelle Barr, has been literally sharing tools, tips, techniques on how you can take your purpose, mix it with your passion, offer it into the marketplace, and then send an invoice. Really? I mean, really, right?
Yes.
So this time I want to talk about, in this segment, who it is that you're really trying to reach. Because your message, it isn't just for everybody. It's for people that have been stuck, but that need someone that can be that spiritual bolt cutter. Would that be fair enough?
Yes. My gift is really helping people get unstuck and get into action. And so the minute we get into action, all our stuff comes up and we won't know what's really there, what those beliefs are and those patterns and programs until we get into action. So I've seen people who've been stuck for years, and I really come in, I work with people first that know they have a purpose. They believe they have a purpose, even if they're not yet connected to that. I help them get reconnected with themselves. And I tend to get a lot of people either a major transition, like the client who had the death of a husband, or another client of mine who had worked at the same job for over 30 years and just loved the structure and routine and was looking at, she was going to retire soon. She hired me to help her in that transition to what would her life look like after that. And she was ready to finally explore these gifts that she had not been using in that marketplace. So either transition of any kind or trauma. I used to work a lot in crisis and trauma, so I can go into those areas with people, but I'm also saying, now let's move forward. Let's process it and heal and move forward.
But you really have a gift of changing somebody's mindset.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen the effects of what you teach. Even as recently, you know, we saw something where you said, "This is what I want," and you were able to create it. And I think, you know, showing people that how to create things is a way cool idea. So tell us a little bit more about that process for you, and maybe some people that have been through it, other people that have been through your 90-day program and what's come out of that.
That's what I love the most is when people come to me. I think about one recent client I had, and I connected with her through Facebook, and she lived in Scotland, so way far away, and yet we were able to make this connection and work together for 90 days. And she just came, and everything about her life was heavy, and she felt very hopeless. And I'm able to start creating those little mind shifts that you'll even just open to the possibility. 90 days later, she had the job she hated. And once you start opening and allowing and creating, she had 3 huge job offers came in, took a new job. When you start designing your life, which is a big piece I'm about, took a new job that was going to pay her a lot more, let her work from home on her own terms so she could take care of her special needs son. And she had been trapped in this job where people were just abusing her. And just to see the transformation, and she started opening up, like adding things like going out with girlfriends again and doing things for herself, taking up a course. She finished her MBA, which she had been putting off that her job was paying for during those 90 days, then got a huge new job offer, created new relationships with her son, because again, all our relationships are mirrors of what's going on inside of us. So this starts hitting your entire life and all the pieces at once. So creating a vision of what you want to live.
So what it sounds like is that not only are you that stone in the pond that finally gets the moves, you actually continue and amplify those things out so that people begin to not only change the way they think, but then all of a sudden the opportunities they see. And then not only the opportunities they see, but they create moments of new opportunities that are available to them, change their life.
Exactly, because once you change the mindset, they start seeing opportunities that they didn't see before because their beliefs wouldn't allow it, or just that heaviness and that loss of hope.
Now, do you have a name for this 90-day program?
I do. I call it 90 days to transformation. And the power of that is week after week. Like you were saying, I don't just get that initial movement. Then I help coach people of what starts happening as you start moving, because you'll have all kinds of things happening. And we're touching base every week, and they have access to this whole success library of tools, resistance remedies, coaching tools, mindset makeovers, activations. So they're working on all of that at once.
So it really is a massive shift in
Yes.
just 90 days. And then do they have any follow-up with you after that? Or what are some of the keys that you use to keep people on track and on target afterwards if they want?
Yes, I've been working with them during those 90 days to give them the tools and to teach them how to use this process for themselves so they can continue to do that. And then I'm available to continue with them, so I do that with more individual coaching or putting them then into mastermind groups, into small groups where I can then coach as a group, because the other thing you want to do is plug into communities and start supporting each other and empowering each other.
That is awesome. I know that one of the keys to really being successful with a coach is having that person working with you ongoing. And I know, as we've gone through a couple of different segments here where Michelle has gone through and said, okay, here's what she does, here's how she does it, here's the systems that she has in place. And we come back, want to get into what really she does to connect with folks, and then what the experience is going to be like. We'll be right back after this.